I was like, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Yo, the Elimination Chamber was exactly what WWE needed in all facets. I was like, you know what? I was gonna say, I was like, yo, everybody was giving Triple H all this stuff like that. I was like, once again, we're gonna have to figure out that maybe some of this stuff that is getting leaked or being told is probably a little fake. Everybody was over here mad at Triple H, hating Triple H. They'd be like, "Oh my God!" I mean, don't get me wrong, it was boring and it was stinking, and all the stuff was actually sort of true. Was it going overboard? Yes, because a lot of y'all go overboard out there in that internet community, but he picked it all up with this. From the Elimination Chamber matches themselves, from The Rock. I was like, the only one that really wasn't really of anything is really the Trish Stratus tag team match with Tiffany and Nia and Candice or whatever. I mean, it was fine. It was cool. You know, Trish out there and whatnot. I was like built like them, and that was fine. I was like, that was fine. I was like, but the returns, the surprises, this was what was needed. The Rock basically to John Cena turning heel, taking out Cody, then beating the hell out of Cody with a rock watch. When I wonder if I bet you if he sold that thing on eBay, at least like 12 or something like that. Minimum something. But yo, we finally got the heel turn. I know I was like, it's already been a day, like I took a couple of days, but I was like, yo, that was wild. Cause everybody speculated. I don't want to act like there was. I was like, people been talking about it, cause he was just one of the options as well that could turn. But it was something that while it was talked about, while it'd be fun, we didn't think it would actually happen. Out of all people, we didn't think that would happen. Like, they're not going to do a heel turn in his final year. No, there's too much of a good story. He's going to try. And it's like, nope. And I'm glad, because we was going to get a whole bunch of, hey, Cody, you're the GOAT. You're the best. You're putting the company on your back, just like how I did. No, John, you're the GOAT. I was like, I am merely just trying to be in the pantheon of top wrestlers just like you. My daddy always said we would have got all that, and it would just been like, oh my God, I'm tired of this after week 2. I was like, I don't even know if I want him to win. I hope he doesn't win. Now, I actually don't know who's gonna win. Like, is Cody actually gonna lose? Is John gonna win and be a heel? What? Like, this is just, once again, and hey, also, we're gonna have to say, when The Rock comes back, this is gonna what it's gonna be. Next year, I was like, he come back, we gonna be prepared. We ain't even gonna be waiting. We gonna be like, oh no, something crazy off the wall gonna happen to The Rock here. But for at least for this year, The Rock had done it again, second year in a row. Triple H, I was like, basically after Elimination Chamber, like, we about to get the thing heated and get going. Whether that's more Rock and all that other stuff, that's a different question. But I was like, the fact that I was like, John Cena made it out the chamber, but I mean, pretty much it did sort of seem like it was going to be him or Punk, pretty much by the end. And by the time it got to that point, I was like, oh, because I thought the loser of the chamber would be the one that would give their soul to The Rock, when it was really the winner the whole time. I was like, man, no, that was good. And also, I was like, because everybody been pointing out that when he first came back, and I mean, yeah, bad blood or whatever, 3 fingers. Now he's down to 2 fingers. And I was like, we know where that middle one is going to be. It's going to be number 1 finger. And what that could be and all the possibilities. But right now, I was like, because now this could be a WrestleMania story. It could be a year-long story. It's whatever it is. But The Rock getting Cena, and they just being like a Hollywood faction. I'm like, yeah, that in his last run, and we'll see how far that goes. Because I can also see where it's like with the 2. That, hey, Cena, I was like, and then he gets rid of Cena at some point. I was like, we just gonna have to see how this goes, because I was like, is it just gonna be Cena? Is it gonna start to build out? We don't know, but it was the turn that we all seen not coming. Yeah, that's what it was. Speaking also was the women's chamber match. Jade Cargill comes back and wrecks the shit out of Naomi. I was like coming in faking like she about to knock knock Liv out, and just destroys. I was like Naomi, and then while all in the back, Bianca crying. I was like, she wants out the pod. She can't. She's selling it. She looks like a telenovela character. The way that she's over here just being all sad and whatnot. And it's gonna be interesting what they do on SmackDown, because it's gonna be like, I was like, obviously she's gonna talk to Jade. I doubt Naomi's gonna be there. But if she could have got out that cage, she was going to obviously talk to Naomi or whatever like that. But it's gonna be intriguing of like the Jade Cargill part of it with Bianca as well. And also the Naomi motivation with that, because I didn't put this in my video, but I thought about it. I was like, Naomi especially at that time, was being like, while she was with the big three. Now I was like, now it's just big Jade at this point. I was like, she was also trying to get she was cool with Bayley, who was on the outs, also trying to replace or whatever like that. I don't think they'll turn Bayley heel, but I'm just saying that that's a weird timing. But then after that, and then it sort of got down to the last little few people. I already seen people complain about, oh my God, it's Bianca. And I'm like, they got 6 weeks. That's enough time to me to make this thing. Cause I was like, I was sort of on the board of like, no, do this next year when you got more build up. But we've had a little bit of like hints this whole year. People don't like to give it any credit or whatever. But I was like, there was hints, especially like War Games, where it was like Rhea and Bianca was at each other's face, and it's like, oh, I guess it's Team Rhea. Like they was butting heads in the time they were interacting during that time that all the women were just on the same shows or whatever. But I think in 6 weeks, you also got to think about it like this, is the fact that I'm like, this is going to be several matches. I've seen people say is Austin and Raw. And guess what? There's going to be plenty of matches. So that means that you need to go ahead and get this out the way, so that later down the road, this becomes like that Becky Charlotte. I was like, well, whoever you wanna put. Jinder Mahal, Shinsuke, I don't know. Anyway, but then I was like, it was down to Liv, and I always thought, I was like, oh, we are gonna go with Liv. Liv was over here getting her ass whooped the whole time. Don't get me wrong, she held her own, but I was like, she got whipped or whatever like that. I was like, there was some reverse Black History Month there. I was like, in that case, yeah, no, I was like, I also thought that they might go with the Alexa thing, just because I was like, to me, like 6 weeks, you could build that matchup with Rhea in 6 weeks. Bayley, I was like, the Bayley Roxanne thing, that's like, it's going to happen. So I was like, so that's going to be there. So I was like, the women set up a lot of things here in this spot, because you still got to think that Liv is still going to have some beef with Bianca, because she didn't get her apology. Like, she sort of was screaming at her in the cage, and they were sort of going at each other. And I was like, it was funny, because I was like, her emotion that Bianca was going through could have lost her this whole thing, and also is what also propelled her to win. So you could make the case for all that there. And the unsanctioned match with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was a lot better than I thought it would be. I was like, because it's really just kind of like last man standing hardcore match, whatever you want to call it. They're all sort of all the same thing or whatever, except for the ref can't stop for no reason or whatever. So from Sami going through the double chairs to getting, I was like, to him doing the blue thunderbomb on the barbed wire chair, which Kevin Owens also sold, of getting his face wrecked into the barbed wire to where it kind of looked like, oh, his head, his side is a little puffy. Like, he actually did that thing. I was like, and then eventually Kevin Owens just double power bombing onto the apron, messing his neck up and getting the win. And then we got Randy coming out here, and all right, cool, that's going to be what I guess it's going to be for WrestleMania or whatever. Yeah, because who doesn't like Randy pretty much at this point with RK out of nowhere? That dude is quadruple big. I swear his thighs is me. And that's crazy. And I'm a big boy. That's crazy. And I was like I said, the Trish Stratus match was just a Trish Stratus match more so than for Canada or whatever. Yeah, no, I was like, we're not about to go through necessarily matches or whatever. That's just my feelings, my opinion. I was like a little bit of a recap, I guess. I did like John Cena and CM Punk basically being like I miss you, I like this is fun over here as they talk or whatever. And the fact that he locked on a STF, oh my bad, we're not supposed to call it the FTSU on CM Punk because Seth Rollins, which I think is will be the main match, like I sort of said, of curb stomping CM Punk and just taking him immediately out. Man, people really hate Logan Paul. And Priest eliminated Drew McIntyre, so that's gonna also probably be the WrestleMania match in of itself. So a lot of things got set up here. You know what? Kind of gonna say that I doubt they do any single matches between now and WrestleMania for some of these, like for instance, like Drew and Damian Priest, say like in 2 weeks or something like that, they had a match. Well, then what do they do at WrestleMania? You get what I'm saying? But no, that's wild. Didn't see the Cena thing coming. Oh man, we're going to see what Raw does and what everybody talks about. But anyway, till then, I'm out.